Hello and welcome to this festive beading tutorial where I'm going to teach you how to make these super adorable Christmas tree dangle earrings. But before we get started, there's a free pattern download linked in the description with a visual guide as well as a materials checklist for you.
Speaking of materials, here's what you'll need to make these cuties. First off, for beads, I'm using these size 11/0 Miyuki seed beads in evergreen, caramel, honey, chantilly, and cranberry. For thread, I'm using Miyuki beading thread, which is the equivalent to size B for other nylon threads. The needle I'm using is a John James size 10. And for findings, I'm using 20mm gold-plated hook-in style hoops. And an optional little extra is a star charm. You'll also need a pair of sharp scissors, some wax or thread conditioner, and a bead mat to keep your beads in place. Now let's get started. To begin, cut about an arm span length of thread, then stretch and straighten and wax your thread, then thread your needle. From here, we'll create a 2-bead high foundation row with 9 columns across. To do this, pick up 4 color A beads, which in my case are the evergreen beads. Then thread up through the first 2 beads to create a loop and pull snug. From here, pass down through the second column of beads to secure. This will create your first 2 columns of beads. Then pick up 2 more color A beads. Pass your needle down through the second column of beads, then back up through the newly added beads to complete the 3rd column. To add the 4th column, we'll pick up 2 more color A beads, then pass up through the 3rd column, then down through the newly added beads to secure. Continue using this technique to add more columns until you have 9 in total. It should look something like this. From here, we'll begin our double brick stitch. Following the pattern guide, pick up 3 color A and 1 color B bead. Pass through the second thread bridge from back to front, then pull through. This will stack the beads into 2 columns. Pass up through the inside bead column and pull tight, then pass down through the outside column of beads. And once more, pass up through the inside column and pull tight to secure. This technique is called a starting row stitch. From here, pick up 2 color A beads, then pass through the next thread bridge from back to front. Pull through. Then pass up through the newly added beads to complete your 3rd column. For a beginner's look at how this is done, check out my beginner's double brick stitch tutorial linked below. Next, pick up 1 color C and 1 color A bead, and repeat the same technique to create your 4th column. The 5th and 6th columns will have 2 color A beads each. Then for the 7th column, you'll pick up 1 color A and 1 color D bead. Lastly, the 8th column is 2 color A beads. Now that you've completed the row, we'll create another starting row stitch, this time from left to right. Skip the first thread bridge and pass through the second thread bridge from back to front, then pull through. Pass up through the inside column, down through the outside column, and back up through the inside column and pull tight. Then continue adding beads using basic double brick stitch as before. Continue adding 5 more rows of beads following your pattern outline and ending with the top row that should have just 2 beads added using a single brick stitch. From here, pick up 6 color A beads and create a bead loop. Pass down through the right column of beads and pull tight. Then pass up through the left column and the 3 beads above in the bead loop. Pull tight, then pass back down through the right column of beads. From here, tie off using either a knot or a knotless tie off. Then weave your needle down through the beads. Your goal is to have your needle pointing down through the 4th column of beads from the right. Once there, you'll pick up 4 color E beads and move them up to your pyramid. Skip the last bead and then thread up through the 3 beads in this mini fringe and through the 2 beads in the corresponding column of the foundation row. Now thread down through the column of beads to the left in the foundation row like this and pull snug but not overly tight. Add another 4 color E beads and repeat the previous steps. Then again to create a 3rd mini fringe. It should look something like this when you're finished. From here, weave your tail thread through your work and tie off using a knot or a knotless tie off. Then trim off the excess thread and do the same with your tail thread. Turn your little tree around so that your knots and such stay on the back side of your earring. Then add your hoop by opening the clasp, then poke the end through your bead loop from back to front. This is your opportunity to add a charm if you'd like. Then close the clasp and repeat for a pair.
If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more beading tutorials, tips, and tricks. And also, don't forget to tag me in your recreations on Instagram so I can feature you in my Instagram story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Next up is this easy tutorial on how to make wire-wrapped beaded hoop earrings.